Let's Talk. I'm Jay Curtis Huckleberry, and it is indeed my pleasure to be joined in studio this morning by Colonel Chris Nowland, commander of the 71st Flying Training Wing at Vance Air Force Base, at least for a couple of more weeks. First, Colonel Nowland, thank you very much for your time.
Jay Curtis, thank you for being here. This is my third time here.
Yes, very good. Yes, well, we've appreciated each and every one of your visits. We had an opportunity to speak with you fairly soon after you assumed command. Of course, it's an extremely busy time, and we're going to talk a little bit about that process in a moment. It is a whirlwind under the best of circumstances following a change of command for the new commander on the ground. But for you, it was a double challenge, locating the family here from across the pond. Talk a little bit about that.
Coming in from England. Well, if you remember, we had just come in, and we got here in July. And the temperature difference was just a little bit to get used to. After a year in England, coming in and then getting moved in and getting the kids settled and then taking on a new command, it was a challenge. But the good news is, you prepared for this. You just don't walk up to this. This had been our, my wife will tell you, she's got the exact number. I think that was our 13th or 14th move.
Wow.
So it's, training, you get used to it, the repetitions type of thing. The difference being when you take over the wing, you've got a lot more support behind you, and it almost makes it a little bit easier. Even though you have more responsibilities, you have more resources to help that transition.
And a lot of times that's what's referred to as Team Vance, not only the military people, but the civilian presence out there. And through the number of years, there really is, and for your successor, that is going to be one of the things that is comforting, is this infrastructure, including some of the changes that you've made in your 22 months here that we're going to talk about. But that is one of the upsides.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, the base understands. The base and the long-term continuity understands what everybody's mission is. So everybody continues on and just keeps moving on. The beauty for the way we do it, and people need to understand this, that transition is a natural part of the military. And every 2 years, 18 months, there's a new wing commander out there. But the good news for the members, all of Team Vance, both the active duty, our Guard, our reservists, and our contract partners, as well as our civil servants, is they basically understand what they're going to get. Because all the officers come in, and we all share the same core values of excellence, integrity, and service. So, you're basically going to get the same thing. You will get a different flavor. For instance, Rich Klump had been a mobility command guy, a heavy driver. I was the first small pointy-nose driver they'd had in 10 years at Vance. So I brought a little bit different flavor. Now my replacement, Russ Mack, Colonel Russ Mack, he's a pointy-nose driver, just like me. So there'll be continuity there in the sense that we kind of were brought up with the same shared common experience of flying fighters. By the way, he's been a Thunderbird, so he'll probably be a little bit more handsome than I am, but that's a different story. But anyway, so I mean, that'll be good. There'll be some continuity there.
And let's